Black Widow 90s comic book. Let's go. Alright, there she is in her box in all her glory. As you can see, she's got accessories galore, and she has her jetpack, which the Legends design team at Hasbro has indicated that if we want a jetpack for Doctor Doom, we can just buy multiple Black Widows to get those out of there and build a Doombot army. Nice of them. Sweet picture there, I like that, in action photo. Alright, better shot there. I noticed my lights were kind of washing out the color. Extensive training in the Red Room makes Natasha Romanoff into a warrior with few peers. Sweet pick there. That's definitely a 90s hairdo. Alright, here she is in her cage. And you see we've got effects galore. We've got smoking wrist blasters for after she's shot. We've got active shooting wrist blasters. We've got her backpack, flames that come out the backpack. She ships with closed fists, and then she's got the open fingers. That's how she holds her hands when she's actually using her wrist blasters. Nice. All right, a close-up look of the effects. All right, guys, the figure herself. Looking at her, I'd have to say, review's over. Buy her. She's tight. All right, thanks for watching. Till next time, geek out. No, I'm just playing. But seriously, look at her. I mean, you could tell in box from the promo shots online, there's no way they could mess this figure up. She was crisp. I mean, it would have had to be some serious Photoshop. I mean, out the box, she's stunning. And I'm sorry I waited till the end of the wave. A lot of people were asking me online, hey, when am I gonna do it? When am I gonna do it? Man, I got to her as quickly as I could, but she is fantastic. All right, so looking for paint blemishes, starting at the feet. Ooh, her rocker is tilted. I hope that's not permanent. My Polaris, as you've heard me complain about if you've been watching, shipped like that, and I could never get her foot straight, so I'm hoping that foot's not bad. But anyway, looking at the paint, okay, I see one minor flaw. Right here above her butt, there's a big black splotch of paint. All right, looking at the upper body, there's a little brown mark, a light brown mark on her jacket there. Everything else looks good. She's got a Black Widow symbol tattooed on the back of her spandex, right up under the jacket. See if I can lift that up a little bit. It's pretty crisp, done neatly. I don't know if those are stray marks or those are supposed to be like the little hairs on the leg of the spider, but they're not on the other one, so I think it's a mistake. All right, close up of the face. Sculpt is awesome. Her hair looks fantastic. Eyes are bright green and well painted. No complaints. I don't see any blemishes or blotches. Same goes for the back of the head. The hair has a nice wash or rinse or whatever you call it, but dark to light. Looks good. I like that her hair is not flat. In person, when you touch it, there are layers here and layers going down the side. So it's not just like one flat surface with lines carved into it. They actually did different levels of the hair. Her head does tilt down. Her chin basically touches her neck. Looks really good. Her left side. Her right side. And looking down from the back. All right, that's her with her head looking up. Doesn't go back as far as some other figures, but I mean, it's decent. From her left side. From the back. and from her right side. Her torso is on a rocker, but unlike the other rockers that I've seen, she can actually crunch her abdomen on this rocker and it'll stay. If I'm not mistaken, and we'll check towards the end of the video, even the other Black Widows, that rocker you can't crunch her forward and have her hold the position. Alright, so this is as high as her arm will go. It's perfectly lined up horizontally with her shoulder, so not bad. She has a single joint elbow and you don't get good range out of it. One of the things I liked about Yelena Belova was that even though she had a single joint elbow, it had a steeper angle. It wasn't a flat 90 degrees. So you can see here, you get that almost perfect angle. But if you put it up by her face, you see that huge gap. She doesn't even get close to touching her face. Do we have an elbow joint swivel? Yeah, we do. You can get 360 degrees at the elbow joint. Of course, no butterfly shoulder joint. As you can see above her belt, there's no waist separation, so you don't get any waist swivel. Alright, I'm pretty sure that this is the same body they used for the Polaris in the Havoc Polaris 2-pack that came out a couple of months ago, which is a good or bad thing. It depends how you look at it, but it's definitely not the same body they used for Yelena. Now, as much as I griped on Yelena with her face and her neck, this is making me appreciate her body because her legs were much better articulated and sturdy, and she had much more range in her arms. She's got a double jointed knee, but there's a big gap here. She doesn't get close to kicking her butt. I guess if you forced it in, you could. You do get the 360 thigh swivel. I have this thigh turned backwards. You can see the serial number here. Her toes are pointed straight down, but it's not flush. And this toe, oh, I have this toe pointed down also. Now it's pointed up. Doesn't go very far. All right, for better contrast on the toes. All right, for better contrast on the toes. As you can see, not a lot of range there. Wow, leg range on the split is trash. Don't get mad at me for using that word. I know I caught a lot of hell with Shang-Chi. I'm not saying the figure's trash. I'm just saying that her split, she can barely open her legs. And for this figure, somebody who's very athletic and is supposed to be able to bend her body into all kinds of shapes. She's a super spy doing flips and jumping off walls and all that good stuff. You'd think she'd be able to have a little more flexibility in her legs is all I'm saying. So don't kill me, internet. So her wrist blasters do turn. You can move them. Her jacket is flexible and does open up. I'm sure if you took her arms off, you can get it off pretty easily. You can see her belt also moves too, but does not come off. She ships with her closed fists. Let's pop on those other hands and see what she's talking about. When I removed her wrist cuff to put on her other one, right here you can see there's some stray gold paint on her arm. It was covered because the other wrist cuff sat a little bit lower. When you are putting on her backpack, just take off her hands and the wrist cuffs and slide it on, and then do the same for the other arm. I'm going to show you how I put her jetpack on in case other people are wondering, because it took a little bit of figuring out. I took off. Alright, for those that are accessory impaired like myself, I decided to show you how I got the backpack on. So I took off her wrist cuffs and her hands, and I angled her arms backwards and then bent the elbows at 90 degrees. So that way I can just take the backpack, the jetpack, and slide it on. I guess I didn't leave that at 90 degrees. And it goes on there, and then you just slide it on up. Oh my goodness. She is the best figure I've seen in a while. This is awesome. And I feel bad because she's a Walmart exclusive. And man, we know how that goes. Sometimes Walmart doesn't get the exclusives for a year. If they sell online, I mean, I don't know what to say, guys. This is a must buy, even if you're not a Black Widow fan. But I mean, aside from a few stray marks, which won't be on every figure, there's nothing I can say bad about this figure. I mean, her ankles might be a little bit skinny, but I mean, that comes with the mold. All right, so I don't have enough superlatives for this. She's freaking awesome. Look at her. Look at her. You ever seen the movie Storks? If you haven't, watch it. You'll see what I'm talking about. But man, I didn't even talk about the backpack. The backpack is nice and detailed. Has a shield symbol right in the middle. You got the little rocket fire coming out the back. Oh man, she's got the A for Avengers on her jacket. I didn't even notice that before. I'm so taken with this figure. Do whatever you gotta do to get it. When it releases officially, get it off eBay if you have to, get it off Mercari. Hopefully your local Walmart will have it. Maybe they'll surprise us. I just remember how bad it was with Binary Captain Marvel and Worthy Captain America. I mean, I still haven't seen a Worthy Captain America in Walmart. I actually lied. I saw one once, but somebody stole the hammer out of it and put it back. But other than that, I've never seen one out in the wild. All right, let's look at her next to the other Widows. Okay, it is definitely Black Widow season. You can't go wrong with any of the figures. It comes down to how much money you got. Because man, look at these. All right, so she's got a little smirk. I don't remember if the black suit one is a smirk. Forgive the shaky cam. There's really no facial comparison with those two because this is a cartoony comic book 90s version. But man, it's beautiful though. Let's take a look at the black suit one. All right, I think that's the same head. I'm not sure. My eyes are playing tricks on me. But man, can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. 3 great figures, and there's still one more to come. The Target exclusive one drops in what, 2 weeks, I think? All right, they should do a version of Charlie's Angels where using the latest technology, Scarlett Johansson plays all 3 angels. And this could be the cover for the movie poster. That would be so awesome. Let's do it. Come on, Hollywood. Kevin Feige, make it happen. Buy the rights. All right, geeks. Let me know what you think. You've seen Black Widow in all her forms. No, all her forms that you can get right now. Sound off in the comments. Which one do you think is best? Are you going to pick up 1, 2, or all 3? Or are you going to hold out for the Target exclusive? All right, geeks. Till next time.